Hello. It is amazingly early in the day. I have a very busy day today with work. It's a holiday weekend. It is the 4th of July here in the United States, which is, if you don't know, and if you do know, of course, it is recognized as the birth of our nation. And so there's a lot of mixed feelings with that, but I'm not going to get into that. We're basically just going to say it's a good day. It's a day to celebrate. It's a day to think about the promise of what our country and the world at large has to offer. But that's not why we're here, right? We're here to talk about my messed up brain, my lack of emotions, my whatever. And yeah, so why is it early? Why am I talking to you before 5 a.m.? Well, so I started the new job and things get a little wonky and I didn't have all my hours, and my new boss, my old new boss, hasn't been able to fill my spots of what I was doing in the field. And so I'm helping out. I helped out yesterday. I helped out today. I'm going to help out in 2 days from now. And yeah, it's just early. I've got a lot to do. I mean, basically, I'm doing a week's worth of work yesterday and today. And I'm not, it seemed earlier in the week when I agreed to this, it seemed a lot more doable, a lot more reasonable. But yesterday kind of kicked my butt. And unfortunately, today is the last day of the calendar week. And things that don't get done today, which really should have been done yesterday, will default. And it'll show up as a red flag. And while I'm not really responsible for it, I am, in that I said I would do it. So, okay. So yeah, we're going to chat for a little bit because I'm up earlier than I should have been, because I woke up and it was one of those things like, you wake up earlier than your alarm and you feel okay, right? And then you go back to sleep and then you feel like feel terrible once your alarm goes off. And I didn't want to deal with that. So I got up, I took a shower, I drove 35, 40 minutes, whatever it was, to get to this store. And yeah, so we're going to chat. But you know what? We're going to chat. It's Saturday, July 3rd, 2021. And as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. There's this weird noise in my car right now. I don't know what it is. It sounds, what it sounds like is, there's little, in your vent system, there's little doors, right, that direct the airflow. So if you want your air to, the heater to run on the front windshield versus the vents versus the floor, right? And it sounds like one of those little guys is stuck and he's trying really hard to get turned around. I don't know why it would be doing that. I have the heating system, cooling system off, but anyway, if that comes across, I apologize. Hopefully it'll go away. I don't know. So it's Saturday and I'm working when I have a Monday through Friday job. It's a holiday weekend. I should have Monday off, but I'm working Monday, kind of selfishly, because it is a paid holiday. If we work, we get a floating holiday. And there's a day coming up when my two youngest, my 17-year-old will be taking a driving test to get her provisional license, and my 15-year-old will be taking her written test to get a permit. And we've worked it out to be on the same day. And so I thought, I'm going to try to use this floating holiday to get that day off, rather than tell my boss, hey, I need an afternoon off. So whatever that is, yeah. So let's delve into JP's brain. I've been thinking about friends a bit this past week. As far as what a friend is, to me, the number of friends I have, what qualifies as a friend versus an acquaintance versus someone more than that, right? Like, I've got friends, you've met some of them, right? Niles, Scott, Dave, and so these are three good examples, right? Like, these are people that I have known for longer than I care to say. And there's Niles, who we were close, right? We took this trip around the country right after high school and whatnot, and like he's like base one. I always get confused when you're talking about bases. Like, is one higher than three or is three higher than one? I don't know, but he's base one friend, right? Like, yeah, if I could see him, that'd be great. But whatever. We've got a bond, a historical bond, but like, we don't know what's going on in each other's lives. And then there's Scott. You met Scott, and Scott we don't talk nearly as much as we could. But like, I know more about what's going on with him. If I have the opportunity to see him, I would. I'd change plans to get to see him if there was a nearby opportunity, right? And then there's Dave. Hey, Dave. And Dave is the kind of friend to me that, like, I would make plans, I would forge plans, I would rearrange events to get to spend time with Dave, to chat with Dave, to whatever. And so these are like people that I call friends, right? And then there's acquaintances. And at what point does an acquaintance become a friend? And in my life, it's been all those many years since an acquaintance has become a friend to me. In my definition of friend, right? I'm sure there's, whatever. If you're more friendly, you consider more people friends, I suppose. And so I was thinking, Dave sent me an email a while back talking about Dunbar's number. Have you heard about this? Dunbar was this person, or is this person? I don't know. I didn't research as much as I should at kind of high level here, but basically the idea, this premise, is that there is a finite number of friends that you can have in your life. And they threw out a number, and it's like whatever, 150, 200, whatever it is. And then there are there's give and take with this, right? Like, so let's say the number was 50, right? And you've got 50 friends, right? And then you meet someone else, and you spend time together, and there's numbers of like how much time do you need to invest in someone for them to be a friend, which sounds kind of sketchy to me, but I get the idea. I get the sentiment, but the world is on spectrums, right? So everything is a spectrum between the number of friends you can have, probably, and the amount of time it takes for someone to become a friend, and blah 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 blah. But is the idea that, so now Harry is my new friend, so someone drops off, is Sam no longer my friend? Is Jennifer no longer my friend because along came Billy? I don't know. It's interesting though. And I mean, I'm not good making friends, right? I think I'm a likable guy. I think I'm easygoing. I I think in general, I'm a pushover. So like I'm easy to befriend, maybe not so easy to hold in esteem. I don't know. But you know, I just don't know. I don't know what friendship, what the future of my friendship looks like, right? Like 2 nights ago, Nora went across the street to visit the neighbors and, you know, friends of hers. And these are people that are part of our lives because we moved 2 years ago into this new home, this new community. And, you know, Nora really likes these folks and, you know, gets emotional support, whatever that feeling inside is when you have a friend, when you make a friend and you have a connection with a friend. And like I could not care less if I saw these people again. And it's not because they're bad people. It's not because, you know, whatever. I mean, they're fantastic people, right? Like, you know, they're nice, they're generous, they're thoughtful, they're whatever. I have no idea if we have interests in common because, you know, I haven't put that kind of effort into it. But, you know, like we've gone over there pre-pandemic. We would go over there for dinner. We had a pizza night and whatever. And, you know, I will go in support of Nora, but I won't go because I enjoy these people. Right. So, you know, where do they fit? You know, base, you know, friend level 1, friend level 2, friend level 3. Well, they're friend level 0.1, you know, whatever. So like, I mean, is my Dunbar number, is it 3? Like, is that it? Like I can have 3 friends? Or is it that I am just, incapable of making friends, right? Like, I mean, there's quite a few of you who I have, I'm going to throw around the word friends, right? Like in therapy, I throw around the word feel, even though I don't know what, you know, I feel like, or I feel upset or whatever, but I don't know what that really means. But, you know, I've befriended some of you, and, you know, we'll message now and then. Some of you I message more than others. And I genuinely want good things for you, but like, I don't know, we would never hang out, right? I mean, it's not that kind of relationship, right? I'm a podcaster, you're a podcast listener, and maybe you appreciate some of the things I say. And, you know, I want to hear how you're doing. And if I can support you as a human being, then I will, right? And I feel like I'm getting myself into hot water here, right? Because that's why I'm putting parameters on relationships, and maybe I shouldn't, because feelings get hurt, right? Like, you think it's like I have a friend who met a boy and she told him that she loves him after so much time, and his response was okay. Right, like the classic, like, ooh, oh, ouch. But I mean, in my head, like, oh, fine, whatever. I mean, you feel this way about that person. It's nice to tell them that. It's probably nice for them to know that, but they're not obligated to return sentiment, right? So if I say that Ted and I are just kind of podcast acquaintances, and Ted thinks, wow, you know, I think JP's a friend. Like, if I was down in North Carolina, I'd come see him. You know, it just opens up the possibility for difference of opinions, of levels of relationship, and hurt feelings and things like that. While I don't experience that, I would hate for someone else to have to experience that because I've said that Sophie and I are acquaintances or whatever. I'm really flying off the handle here today. So yeah, I mean, so if I make a new friend, does that mean like Niles just drops off? His Niles already dropped off, and I don't mean to say it. Like, I don't want to say it. Or do I have room? I mean, the bigger question is, do I have room in my greater life for a level 3 friend, a level 2 friend, whatever? Like, I mean, is good old Dunbar, maybe my number is 3. I don't know. And that's not to say like I don't want, I'm not opposed to creating friendships, but I just don't know. It's uncertain territory for me. And yeah. So I don't know. So work has changed, right? We've talked about that. Work is I spent 3 days doing training on different things, how to read different reports, and communication with people, and oh my gosh, it's mind numbing. And not so much in that the job itself, just training is, right? Like I'm a doer in learning, right? Like I need to do it to learn it. I'm like I can understand concepts pretty well, I think, but like I'm like muscle memory, motor memory, whatever, like got to do it for real for it to stick. And we're just going over and over and over, and it's a small group of people, and we're in these Microsoft Teams meetings, and the video is on because there's only 4 of us, and oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate being on video and on microphone, and I almost went to the bathroom with a live mic. Yeah, I was almost that guy. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, say that I'm throwing away field. Like this first initial part of the job, which isn't going to be the job that I'm training for. Like there's going to be, I'm like going to do like 30%, 40%, maybe more as time goes on. Like I believe I can do that pretty well. Right. I mean, I got to get my feet wet. I got to jump in there. I got to remember like, okay, I need to pull this report, and this is where I find this report to analyze it this way, to make decisions, to help out reps in the field. Right. And the big part of that is like knowing where you find the report to start. Right. But oh my goodness. And then but then we get into like the corporate world of it. And I mean, different meetings, conference calls, and like there's no surefire way to fail at disseminating information than to have a conference call, in my opinion, in my experience. I'm sure Nora would argue otherwise, but yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of talking poorly about it, but it was fine. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting into it and seeing what I can learn, what I can do, if it's a fit, if it's something that I can handle. And who knows? I mean, who knows? I've been a worker bee for a long while. And I don't know. Even when I was manager bee, I was still part worker bee. Right. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. So what else is going on? I don't know. That's probably it. I've my body parts are slowly healing, getting better, I think. I got some different shoes, which kind of angle my foot a little differently, so that helps my Achilles, but it seems like it's hurt my knee, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just kind of struggling with that. But dieting has gone pretty well. I was pleased with the scale number, the scaling, as I tell Nora, how's your scaling going? As far as the weighing and stuff. And so that seems to be going in the right direction. So woohoo for that. But yeah, that's it. Have I talked about feelings? I don't know if I've really talked about the purpose of this show. I don't know. I know that I haven't heard from a lot of you lately, and I see the numbers. I see that downloads are happening. I don't know that listenings is happening. But yeah, hit me up. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing. Jamolki all over the internet. We'll just say that. Whatever. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, website.info. Text me 248-648-1419 +1 248-648-1419 on WhatsApp if you're international. Or if you just don't really want to give up your phone number. I've got all these modes. If you have the inkling, the urge to reach out, go ahead, reach out, and via your favorite platform or the platform you feel most comfortable with. That's going to be it, because I probably should get to work, because I've got a buttload of work to do today, and I got other things that aren't work that I want to do today. So thanks for listening to me yammer on for about 22 minutes. You guys rock. You're the best. Everybody be safe and be well.